windy out here. Without the wind, it's a nice day, but it's windy out here. You know what's interesting? How the bank tellers, they treat you a little better when they see that you have a decent savings account. So I like that. I like that. She did. She set up. She's like, you know what? Let me set you up for paperless and all that stuff like that. That was pretty cool because I knew nothing about it. But I was thinking about something, right? Like narcissist, because I was having this conversation with a sister that I met recently. She seems to be really nice. She seems to be really dope. And we've been having some conversations, right? So, and I just straight up asked her, like, yo, are you a narcissist? She's like, yo, you're supposed to assess me and use your discernment to come to that conclusion. And I'm just like, well, yeah, I've been studying, narcissists for a few years. And one thing that they say is you shouldn't ask a narcissist if they're a narcissist. And I'm like, I'm going to push that button. You know what I'm saying? Like, forget, I'm just going to get straight to it sometimes. You know what I mean? So, and we were having this conversation about narcissists, and I was telling her about my encounter with a covert narcissist. And, going through a smear campaign and, and I thought about what Kyrie went through with the media when he was in Brooklyn, right? He went through a national televised smear campaign, and I went through a smear campaign in my personal life. You know what I'm saying? So, and I was breaking some of this down. Didn't go into full detail, but in the conversation it did come up. So I was just breaking it down, like, yeah, encountering a covert narcissist. Well, a couple of them in the past year or so, or a few years, and how that affected me. You know what I'm saying? She asked me, she says, are you one of those that have to learn the hard way? And I'm like, no, I learn from other people's mistakes, but some experiences, yes, you do have to learn the hard way. And that's one experience that I had to learn the hard way, because I had a feeling about it, but I wasn't sure. That's the whole thing. My intuition and my discernment was very strong in both those cases. But my thing is, being an empath or an empathetic person, we give people chances, right? We give people chances to show us that you can be better than that, right? We give people chances to change. So, and my thing is like, in going through those situations, it was like, yo, I can feel the evil energy off these people, but I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to keep dealing with these people in some kind of way until I see it come out of them, until I know 100% for sure that this person or said people are actual narcissists. And it came out to be true. It came out to be true. I got stung by these people in a very bad way. It didn't feel good. I wore a little bit of what's the right word? I can't think of the right word right now, but I went through it a little bit. They did not get the reactions that they expected, because you cannot defeat someone, one, who's rooted in the Spirit of God, rooted in the Word of God, rooted in understanding that I'm probably gonna have to go through life alone, right? Whatever God wants me to do, whatever my mission is going to be done alone. I'm gonna walk those lines alone. So, it's like, oh, and I don't know, one of the things about narcissism is destroying how people see you. Well, you can't destroy how people see me or how people view me, because if I'm okay with not having friends, if I'm okay with going through life 100% by myself, then how do you destroy somebody like that? You know what I'm saying? I don't care how people see me. I don't care how people view me. Whatever's perception of people is that they have, good or bad, it's on them, and I don't go through life trying to change that. I'm not going to go through life trying to prove to people that I am a good person, that I am a genuine person, that I genuinely like to help people and do right by people. I'm not going to go through life trying to prove that to people. So, whatever people cook up in their head about me, I just let them rock with it. That's just who I am. And it's easier for me to go through life like that. So, yeah, and it sparked more thoughts. It sparked the energy for me to make this video here and talk about this, because I seem to encounter narcissists more than I would like. So, my antennas are always up when it comes to meeting new people and talking to new people, because I don't know. I don't know if I let someone get close to me, that they will turn around and try to destroy my life, or destroy my name, or destroy my image, or destroy whatever it is that they think that needs to be destroyed within me. So I become more guarded. Still me, still a loving person, still a giving person, still a person that chooses to be a beacon of light for other people, still a person that works for the kingdom, still a person that is going to smile and let people know that it's okay to be themselves. I'm always going to be that, no matter what kind of pain I go through. I'll never become evil, right? The Elohim will never let my heart go cold, because I've tried. Trust me, I've tried to just be like everyone else and just be like, you know what? Forget this. I'm not going to try anymore. I'm just like, it's just like whatever. I've tried to go that way. He won't let it happen. Something in me, the fire in me, it reignites, and then next thing you know, I'm back pushing 100% to get back on course. So, like I said, I was having this conversation this morning and with the sister, and it sparked the energy to make this video here. And it's very interesting. And I told her, I admitted to her, I'm like, listen, I am fascinated that these kind of people actually exist. Like, these are demon-possessed people because they've allowed that spirit to take over them, and I find it fascinating. It's not like, it's like there's movies and everything, everything in movies, all movies really are dealing with dark versus light. All movies, pretty much every movie that's ever made, the foundation of the movie or it all comes down to good versus evil. Right? I just came to that conclusion the other day. Like, all movies, it's always good versus evil. Whether it's Marvel movies, horror movies, drama movies, no matter what it is, there's a good entity versus an evil entity. A good man versus an evil man. A good woman versus an evil woman. A good man versus an evil woman. Or a good, vice versa. It all comes down to light versus dark. So, and excuse me, because I have so many things running through my mind all at once right now, but yeah, it was an interesting conversation this morning, and I said, you know what, I'm going to talk about it. And I've said it before in other videos, narcissists are everywhere. They really are. These are people that have given up on themselves spiritually, and it reveals itself outwardly towards other people. They're mean and they're nasty and towards other people, especially towards people that have everything that they don't have within them, which is that light, which is that capacity to love, which is that capacity to nurture and care for someone else. That's what they aim to destroy. That's what they aim to take out of you, or out of me, or out of us, I should say. And I'm talking to my empathetic family, right? My empaths out there, because that's what we attract. We attract these people like, it's like, yo, we can't, it's like, that's, I'm realizing this now, like, yo, I attract narcissists more than anything else. So, and that's what made me ask her that question, like, yo, are you a narcissist? Because I know you're not supposed to ask a narcissist if they're a narcissist, but I'm going to push that button. Are you a narcissist? Let me know now. Are you a narcissist? What's gonna happen now? You're gonna try to, like, what's gonna happen now? What does that bring out of you if you are a narcissist? Like, what is actually going to happen? I yeah, immediately push the red button to see the results. You know what I'm saying? She's like, yo, you're not supposed to do that. I'm like, yo, nah. I want to get right to it, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to see what happens, man. Like, my bad. Because for real, man, for real. Like, I don't want it to be a drawn out thing if we're, in conversations and stuff like that. And if you are a covert narcissist, I don't want it to be a drawn out thing. Like, if you're a narcissist, just let me know straight up. So I can respect you more if you tell me, like, listen, I'm a narcissist. I'm evil, but I'm working. Like, just be straight up with me. I'm an evil person. I'm a narcissist. I don't like you, but I'm working on it. Then I can be like, okay, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I respect your honesty, and I will stay out of your way. You know what I'm saying? I'll stay out of your way. I'll keep my good spirit away from you, and I think it works out for both parties, right? I think that'll work for both of us. I'll stay out of your way, you stay out of mine, and then we'll just be okay from there. I'll still speak to you. I'll still say hi, but I won't show you this side of me. The side of me that I give to people on camera and stuff like that. I won't show you this. I'll save this for the cool people that actually deserve it. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? So, I hope everyone is in good spirits. And I was reading Joshua this morning where, he's crossing over into Gilgad, and something that I can't remember right now. I can't remember it because since this morning I've had so many other thoughts going through my head. But I will come back to you guys with that. And I was looking at on Google with the rocks of the 12 tribes, if I'm correct. And I Googled the images, and they're still there. It says that they're still there to this day. And I Googled the images, and they really are still there. So one day I hope that I can actually make it out there and take a picture of those rocks myself, and take a trip to to Egypt and things like that, because my grandmother's a traveler. She's been to all these places, and she told me, she said the Bible really comes alive when you go to these places. She's been everywhere. She's been in Africa. She's been pretty much all over Africa. She's traveled the world, and she's seen all these things herself. So, and she was actually baptized in the River of Jordan, which is really cool, and she has all the pictures and everything still. So, I think I want to take a page out of her book and be a part of that myself at some point throughout my life. So, I hope you guys are okay. It's nice outside, aside the wind, breezy, which makes it cooler. But right now the wind's not blowing, and it is pretty nice. And I'm glad that it wasn't too windy, so that it'll interfere with the quality of my video right now. So keep reading, keep studying, stay in the Word. Yes, I can't remember what I was reading this morning, because so many other things that have gone through my head since then. That was about 8 o'clock this morning, and I didn't finish because I had to get on the go. So but as long as I'm making the effort, as long as I'm storing it up, because I'm pretty much going to read the Bible from front to back, maybe like 5 or 6 times before I can memorize it in some form. I want to be able to memorize the whole book. I want to be able to not need the physical book anymore. I want to have it in my head and my heart and be able to remember it, which is going to be difficult because there's a lot that goes on, but I've made that a goal of mine to memorize the entire book. So, just going to keep rolling. It's going to keep going. And stay in prayer, guys. Stay in good spirits. Keep going forward. Don't let anything discourage you. Hard times will happen. Rough times will come about. But just stay in the game. Stay in the fight. Stay in prayer. Allow Yeshua, the Elohim, or God, whatever name you have for him, allow him to work out your problems. Allow him to fight for you. As difficult as that may be, because sometimes we want to take revenge, right? Sometimes we want to have our own get back at people for hurting us and stuff like that. But don't do it. Don't do it, because then you're gonna get back karma from that. So, the hardest thing to do, but the most rewarding thing to do when people hurt you is just move on. Just don't deal with them anymore. Just move on. Just keep going, and don't look back. Let Yeshua deal with them, because he always does. He always does. So I'm gonna stop here and enjoy my walk, and